It's so interesting, but we carry a lot of pain. We carry a lot of pain around the area of love, and this can be detrimental to our health, and it can be detrimental to us being happy. So I'm going to be talking about love in this video and healing your love. Let's get started. We're dealing with the heart chakra energy. Let's dive into it. Hey Superstar, it's Gavin here from Wake Up Fulfilled. In this video, we're going to be talking about love and healing your love. The love energy is really powerful, but in life we get hurt. We receive pain from relationships, romantic relationships, family relationships, friendships, maybe losing someone. We carry this pain on our chest, on the heart chakra energy. A lot of people, we create this shield and heavy energy, tight breathing. And through working with people one-on-one, I've been able to help them heal their hearts. And what I found in my own personal life is that I see layers and layers and layers and layers of pain within me through what I've been through in the past. And you assume that you're over it. I'm over that person. It's like something else pops up. Some other trigger pops up. I have a little WhatsApp group with my Liberating-U practitioners and moderators, and one of the guys in the group, he has a friendship with someone, and he just wanted to ask for some help in the group, and he said, hey, I'm not sure how to feel about this. Here's what my friend texted me, and I'll be happy to hear your advice and your opinion on this. Shared it with the group, and the text was extremely toxic. His friend was talking down to him and saying that you shouldn't follow your dreams, like you shouldn't do this, you should do it this way, get a real job kind of attitude. I'll see you in the gym tomorrow. Spoke to him toxic, and then I'll see you into the gym tomorrow, the only thing that is actually real in your life. It was extremely toxic and narcissistic. And so he had been carrying, this friendship for a long period of time in his life, so it must have affected him a lot. And what happened is, it actually affected me. Like, usually stuff like this doesn't affect me, but because there's a trigger there, I've been through that in the past, and so I felt, first of all, like a big shield come like in the center of my heart area, and it was like really it brought back all of those memories from that. I wouldn't say the memories like physical memories, but it brought back the energy of my experiences in the past. Have you ever noticed when you smell something, it reminds you of something in the past? Or you taste something, or someone says something and it reminds you of something in the past? Well, this is what happened. I was just reading, and it just brought up all of this stuff, but it was just an energetic thing, and I started to feel my throat chakra and my heart start to clog up. And so I thought I had completely healed that, but there's still trauma there, energetically. And so after I started feeling that, I was triggered in anger. I was feeling very angry that someone would treat him that way, because he's just a really cool guy. He's like really kind, and you can tell he's got a sweetheart, and he really wants to help a lot of people. And so I was angry. Now, what I teach is that you shouldn't lean in, and you should never feel sorry about someone. This is a really, really empowering state. It might sound a little bit toxic in a way, because maybe your whole life you've felt sorry for people. But feeling sorry for people never helps them. It disempowers you, and it doesn't give you the ability to help and serve from the highest vibration. So the advice that I gave him probably wasn't the best advice at the time. I mean, I gave him decent advice. I said to cut him out. But the energy that was behind it was like anger. It came from the wrong space. It didn't come from abundance. And that's because I felt sorry for him. I was feeling his pain and stuff like this. And so it's important not to lean in. Leaning in is like feeling sorry for someone, feeling sorry for what someone's going through, and being like, oh, I wish like you didn't have to go through that, and feeling their pain too much. And what happens is now you take on their frequencies. And what can happen is you can create energetic cords with that particular person. And when you create these energetic cords, now, whenever they feel sad, you might feel sad. Or when they're going through something, it might happen and manifest in your life. These are called energetic cords. You can cut cords by setting the intention to cut cords, and cut the cords with your hand, or you can use a knife, or you can look on the video on here on YouTube or IGTV. I don't know where you're watching this from, but you can find out how to cut cords and release those energetic ties. It can really change your life in a big way. We found that when people release their cords, the people, like if it's a toxic person, that person, let's say like, you had a breakup, right? And you cut your cords from that person starts to contact you because they're not getting that energy from you anymore. Like, because you've completely cut it off. It literally manifests instantaneously. It's really powerful. And the goal is not to go back there, right? They'll be like, I'm sorry, da 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 da, right? But the goal is to completely cut them off once you've cut the cords. Otherwise, you're creating new contracts, what we like to call in spirituality, contracts and cords with them. So this particular person was, going through a hard time, and, the advice that everyone was giving that you need to cut him out. And as soon as he cut him out, he felt instantly better. He felt like a lift, a weight came off of his shoulder. Now, the reason I'm sharing this with you is because sometimes we lean in and we feel sorry for people, and feeling sorry for people, we create the wrong energetic ties, but also we create a dynamic where we're not giving the advice from the right space. We should give advice from abundance, from your strength, from your power, holding space for yourself, and allowing them to be in their space, and giving advice from your high vibration, from your overflow, not being in their box. So they're in a box, they're in, a problem, a situation, they're in that box, and you're being the observer of that box. As soon as you go in that box, now you're not thinking outside of the box, and you're not giving the highest vibration of advice. Now, I'm not saying to numb your emotions. I'm not saying to numb your feelings. I'm saying that you understand them, you understand what they're going through, but don't feel sorry for them. Don't feel like ridiculously bad, for what they're going through. Own your power, own your energy. Never give away your energy. Never ever give away your energy. Your energy is yours, and it's only yours. And so that's why it's important when you get into romantic relationships that you need to find the right one before giving your body to that person. You have to respect your body. You have to respect your energy in a very, very sacred way. And when you do that, you're much higher vibration. And when you stay in that space, you're allowing that good person to come in as well. And so be careful who you share your energy with when it comes to intercourse and a romantic relationship. That's the only time where you should be sharing your energy. But notice that I said sharing your energy and not giving it away. What happens a lot of the time is we become codependent and we surrender our energy to a relationship. We give into a relationship way too much. It's coming from the wrong energy. It's coming from lack. And so what we want to do is we want to find ways to share some of your energy, but you want to keep your energy, you want to keep the high vibration so you can have a successful relationship. So this particular person was going through a hard time, narcissistic relationship for a very long time. He just became aware of it. that it was toxic. He got the advice that he needed. He broke the ties. But it's important for us to do the healing. It's important for us to notice when we're triggered. Even in our existing relationships, someone might say something and it might trigger you, but notice that that's not their problem. That's your challenge that you're going through. Like if you're afraid they're gonna cheat, or if you're afraid they're gonna do this or whatever, that's your own history. And so you want to deal with your history or your his story because in reality it's just a memory, it's just a story that you're playing over and over and over again in your mind. And so what you're doing is your subconscious mind, what it does is it protects you from any further damage, any further hurt, so that you don't have to go through that again. So it's a defense mechanism. So realize your triggers in relationships and figure out how you can heal them. One of the ways in which you can use that is use the power of Ho'oponopono. Do some forgiveness. Ho'oponopono is basically forgiveness. You can do forgiveness in just seeing that person and the experience that you went through and just giving it love and forgiveness. One of the techniques that they teach in pranic healing is to imagine the pranic energy coming into your being from source, just white energy coming in, coming through your hands, right? And you see that person in front of you and you're giving them that pranic healing, and you can repeat the Ho'oponopono whilst doing that. I love you, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you. And you're dissolving that energy. And when you heal that person, you're healing yourself. You might not want to give them healing, but in healing them, you're healing yourself. It's really powerful. So on the heart chakra is really important that we continue to open up to love, but then also having those boundaries and red flags. We want to open up our hearts and have the key distinctions on what is good and bad for you. And once you can trust yourself, you can fall in love again, date again, build those friendships again or whatever it is. But you have to be willing to, know that you can trust yourself. That's all it comes down to. You have to trust yourself. That you're able to, if you get hurt, I can handle it. Right? If something goes wrong, I can handle it. I trust myself. You're missing out on me if you make a mistake, if you step on the wrong side of my red flags, boundaries. You have that power. You have to trust yourself that you're able to walk away or whatever it is. You're not getting into a relationship with the intention of walking away, but you're stepping into it knowing that if they do you wrong, then you can walk away, or you can change, or you can communicate with them your needs or whatever it is. You need to trust yourself that you can do that. And that takes cultivating a relationship with yourself and taking tuition within. Study thyself. Mastering yourself. Healing any codependency. You can read the book called Attached and learn more about the different attachment styles. We attach to people in different ways. And we want to make sure that we are attaching to people in a healthy manner. Even though that sounds like a negative way, you don't necessarily want to be attached to something, but there are attachment styles, and there's a healthy way to be attached to someone where it's like you feel comfortable within yourself, they feel comfortable within themselves, they're not needing and leaning in too much or leaning back too much. It's like a balance, and that's a healthy attachment style. So figure out, how you can heal your love, because that's the center of our experience here in this reality. Once you heal your love, once you heal your compassion, you operate on a completely new frequency. The heart holds the most powerful, how can I say this, energy in terms of raising our vibration. If you significantly want to raise your vibration, heal your heart. If you want to significantly, like life-changing, I'm talking money, health, wealth, happiness, joy, manifestations. If your heart is powerful, extremely powerful, guess what? It will change your life. You'll be a much higher vibration because you're aligned with Source. The more you can open yourself to love, unconditional love, the more success you'll have in this lifetime. You'll be functioning more on the 5D. If you're spiritual, it's important to function on love and not the 3D, which is ego, because you'll find it really hard to make money in this way. You'll find it really hard to make progress in this way, functioning on the ego. You'll have a much more smooth success if you're a spiritual being. And when I say spiritual being, if you're into spirituality, you will have more success operating from love rather than from your brain. Okay, rather than from ego. If you're functioning from ego and you're into spirituality and trying to have success and you're chasing money, whatever, it'll be much harder for you to obtain the success. If you're operating from love, it just comes much easier, it just flows in, the synchronicity. Okay. So, if you like this video, if you found something that you like, leave a comment below what you liked about this video. And leave a comment below on what videos you want me to make next so I can take a look. Because this video actually came from 2 examples. One in my Liberating-U mastermind group and one from my WhatsApp group from the practitioners. And it's just 2 people going through a similar experience, leaning in. And, you know, my experience in leaning in is in this video, of course. And it just gave me a good idea to make a video. So if you got a video idea, leave a comment below. And if it resonates, then I'll make a video on it. So leave a comment below now. Be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell for my next videos. It's going to be exciting times. I love this new channel. If you don't know, this is my new channel. I have the previous channel with over 200,000 subscribers. But that channel got deleted. But this new channel feels really good and feeling really inspired. And I love you and I appreciate you for being a subscriber and a member of mine, of this channel, supporting the Wake Up Fulfilled. I love you. I appreciate you. There's some videos on screen right now. Keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll speak to you soon. Peace.